Hi everyone, Debbie here, Song for Israel. This is our last day of our trip. At the beginning of the trip, we did a week of archaeological dig at the Shiloh, or as you might know it as Shiloh, archaeological site where the tabernacle once rested. Yes, the tabernacle. And now we spent our last day in the Galilee, and we visited the synagogue where Jesus came. And that's a little bit up the hill, easy to get to. And now we have this amazing view of the Sea of Galilee from the top of Mount Arbel. There's a lot of agricultural down below the main highway, lots of your tourist hotels. I believe I see over here Peter's prefaces. I'm trying to say how it is. That's a quaint place to visit. Feels like Nof Guinnessar there, right? The first group of buildings that you'll see, the big ones. Yep, then across the lake. Up in that area, you're going to see Capernaum and Mount of Beatitudes. It's a little bit hazy today, but it's still beautiful. I'm going to walk you around this bush so we can get another view. First, I'm going to give you a picture of what we're looking at. It's kind of quick, but you can pause it so you can see. So what they're saying here is directly ahead is Mount Hermon. Yep. And straight down is the Guinnessar Valley, which is what I was showing you here with what I believe is Nof Guinnessar, the first big buildings next to the shore. So here we come with a little tree in our way. This one says Mount Bental. And up there, of course, you're going to have the Golan Heights at the top. Okay, so let's go around this tree. Lots of rocks up here, quite a trail. Number of people here, even though it's not too crowded because the war's still going on. People are afraid. We're going to come to the other side of this. Some people are coming behind me. And over these rocks, you're going to see the Galilee. So it's kind of cool to be able to come to a place like this with not very many tourists. That's why I like to come right now. Join us for a tour. We've got one planned, Israel for the second time, in October of 2025. And then we've got another regular Israel tour in the fall of 2026, spring 2026. And if you want to, after the 2-week tour, you can join us for 1 week of archaeological digging at the Shiloh site. Of course, that's optional. So look at this Sea of Galilee. It's gorgeous. This is the top of Mount Arbel. We drove up here and we thought we were going to have to hike, a lot of rocks. We thought we were going to have to hike to the synagogue, but we saw an arrow pointing us in the direction of where it was located. So we took a right and went up there. We didn't have to walk very far at all to see the synagogue where Jesus was in the days of first century. And then we took our car up a little further and a little bit longer hike up to the top of Mount Arbel, but not really bad. You know, it's warm today. It's supposed to be 97 and it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. So it's not too bad. It's heating up, but you know, this is just worth the walk. So if you plan to come on one of our tours, do a lot of walking ahead of time because we're going to take you to places where you're going to have to hike, especially in Jerusalem, a lot of walking. I'm going to get a little closer if I don't fall. I fell once already on this trip. Had to go to the hospital. Nothing broken, But things are slippery here. Rocks are slippery, especially if you don't wear the right kinds of shoes, which I didn't that day. We have a carob tree in front of us. And the carob tree is an interesting thing. Also, this looks like not the one that drops the carob seeds, the pods. But if you come to one of my talks, I will tell you what the carob seed is used for and how the UK uses it to measure the size of their shoes. Okay, let's go to the other side of this tree. I'm gonna hop a little bit, so I'm gonna get a jump on the screen here. There we go. Up on a high rock. I want you to get a little closer to the edge. It's just beautiful here. See what I'm climbing on? Lots of rocks. Trying to get to a better place for you. Sorry, it's probably wiggly, but pretend that you're walking with me in the Sea of Galilee, or on Mount Arbel, looking over the Sea of Galilee. So here we come. We're a little closer. We've got some jet skiers out there. Across the way and to the south is where your Jordan is going to be, but not up here. You can get all the way around the lake up here. Jesus took his disciples all around here, and in fact, across the sea to Caesarea Philippi, which in that day, they considered the sea to be something evil. You know, there were people that died in the sea because of the treacherous winds that would come up occasionally. So when he took them to the other side, they knew they were coming to something evil, and Caesarea Philippi was an evil place. You can study it in your Bibles. That, however, is the place where Peter said that Christ is the rock. He's the Son of the living God. He knew that. And a lot of people misinterpret that verse, meaning that Peter or Petra was the cornerstone of the church. But what Jesus was saying is, he said, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. So he is talking about, you know what? Even in the most despicable, horrible place on earth, the gates of hell will not come against his church. So that's a blessing. So take a look down at the valley one more time. I'm almost finished here, but I just wanted to give you a chance to see the Sea of Galilee. It's one of the places I love most here, especially when it's a little bit cooler, but it's just beautiful. So God bless you, and I hope to see you on one of our tours.